Good afternoon. This is Kevin from the Center for Responsible Tourism Singapore, and on a Sunday afternoon, I just decided to go live for no particular reason whatsoever. I want to just briefly use the next 3-4 minutes to talk about this topic, um, specifically aimed at travel agents and tour operators. 2 weeks ago, I attended a industry networking event for tour operators and travel agents, and I had one of the conversations that I had with some food next to me. I was standing next to one of the one of the bosses of a fairly well-known travel agency here. I was a bit disturbed by this statement that he made, which I think is a fairly common statement that many travel agents here also make, which stems from a misunderstanding or a lack of understanding of the different aspects of this very broad idea of sustainability. And his statement was that sustainability is expensive and it's complicated. And so, without making him feel like he has made a wrong statement, because we are, after all, still in Asia, right, where face is important. So I didn't say much, but I made one or two statements. I recall the statement that I made was, well, there are inexpensive ways to go about um, being sustainable. There are one or two things you can. There are a few things that you can do, which can be a good start to your journey of sustainability. So I was a bit disappointed that because it is now 2025, we are no longer in 1995. We are in an era where people should have a better understanding of of what sustainability is and is not. So it comes as a surprise when it comes from the mouth of a boss of a travel agency. Uh, from we expect these people to perhaps have a better appreciation and a better understanding of what sustainability is about. But maybe I am wrong. So I want to use this opportunity to try and give the travel agencies and tour operators here in Singapore, and not only here in Singapore, but whoever is watching from whatever places, that sustainability in the tour operator and travel agents business is not expensive and it's not complicated. It is not. Uh, I have I have recommended or suggested to travel agencies the last 1.5 years that start off with inexpensive things like do away with plastic water bottles in your tours, whether you're doing inbound or outbound. Reduce the use of paper brochures, even and especially during road shows and industry exhibitions. Use a bit more electronic means. Look at your itinerary and maybe add in one or two activities that can reflect on sustainability. Bring people to a local farm, for example, where there is an opportunity for your travelers or your customers to spend money and put some money into the pockets of the local people in the farm or the village. So it's nothing very complicated. Although some things that you might want to do in sustainability could take some time, could be a bit more difficult, or and could take some time. But start off with the easier things, and there are many easier things that you can do. There are many level 1 things, so to speak, that you can start off with and accomplish, and that will very well take you 1 year to see meaningful outcomes. So, pardon me, I disagree, and I still disagree strongly with the notion that sustainability costs money. Yes, it does. It might cost you a bit of money here and there, but not all sustainability. related actions will cost you a lot of money. And this little extra investments is for good reasons, because the next generation to emerge and spend uh, and who have the purchasing power to be your main customers in the next 4, 5, 6 years will be the Gen Z. The current generation that should form quite a big part of your clientele is the Gen Y, the people between 30 to 39 or close to 40. I think that's the general description of Gen Y. And these people are also people who talks quite a lot about sustainability. And I'm surprised to see that the sustainability movement in Singapore amongst our travel agents and tour operators are so little, so misunderstood, and that's something that has made me feel pretty much that I want to and I need to do something, whether as for my business sake or as a personal agenda to help address or redress this misconception. Sustainability doesn't need to be expensive. It it can it can be something which, or rather, it should be something that must be given some creative thought. Innovations, creativity does very very well when you look at the different sustainability actions that you can take. Yeah, and so another statement that I somehow keep on hearing from travel agents and tour operators is this statement that the sustainability is more relevant to the inbound operators and not so much or not at all for the for those doing outbound, which I addressed in another video that I'm trying to upload on YouTube. That it is an incorrect statement, because when you do outbound tours, there's a lot related to sustainability. Where you bring people to, how you bring people to, when you bring people to, by what means you bring people to, and what people do, activities that they do or don't do, is a lot to do with sustainability. So I think it's time or timely that our travel agents and tour operators sit down and really look at sustainability. You don't need to have $50,000 budget. You don't need to even have a 20,000 or $10,000 to start with. You might need it over time, as you after some time, as you think about doing more and doing the bigger things related to sustainability. But in the first 1 year, or 1 2 years in your journey towards sustainability, start off with the many different things that you can do and should be doing, that are low cost and low cost but effective. And these are low cost but very important and necessary things, because they all add up. So my travel agents and tour operators, partners and peers, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a very good festive holiday period. And when I speak to you again, it could be Happy New Year in 2026. Bye bye.